So the class is related to programmatic navigation. Okay, the programmatic navigation is going to be something like, suppose example, user is going to enter username, password. Okay, see, now after taking username and password, user is going to click on submit. Then we are going to come to controller, component class. Inside the component class, we verify username and password. Actually, to verify username and password correct or not, okay, to verify username and password correct or not, we have to go to backend. Actually, we have to go to backend, and then we are going to get whether it is success or failure. If it is success, okay, if it is success, we have to go to one component. We have to go to one router. Okay, if it is failure, we have to go to one another router. See, previously it was like how routing is happening. Normally links will be there. If user clicks on the link, okay, then we are going to display this. If user clicks on another link, okay, another component is going to come. But here displaying component is based on the condition. Program has to decide where it has to go to. Okay, if it is successful, it has to go to one particular component. If it is failure, it has to go to another component. Okay, this is based on, okay, success and failure. If it is success, we have to go to one particular component. If it is failure, we have to go to another component. Okay, where it is going to be happen? In the program, in the component. Assume I'm going to take a username and password text boxes. We are going to verify that in the component class. After verification, here in the component class, we are writing code inside this, right? From the component class, we need to decide we have to go to which component. Okay, whether success component or failure component. If it is failure, again we have to go back to login. Otherwise, we have to go to other page, login page or success page. Okay, we have to go to such kind of thing. For that, what I can do is I'm going to take a simple login page. Of course, I'm not going to call any backend service to provide that. Just let us take login component. Okay, I'm going to take a new application for now. Okay, let us create a, okay, for this kind of thing, I'm going to create another one, login. I'm going to create login. This is also related to routing only, programmatical routing. Okay, to work with that, I'm going to create new one, new ng generate kaadu. Yeah, this is what ng new app1, or we can say login sample. Let us create one particular login sample. Okay, now go to cd login sample. Okay, so now I want to take a login page. Okay, I would like to take a login page along with the this one. I would like to take a login page and a home page. Okay, I want to take login page and home page. For login page, I would like to take login component. For home page, I would like to take home component. Okay, home component. All right, that is what I would like to do it. I would like to, okay, take two components. What are the two components? Login component and then home component. Of course, by default we'll be having, okay, we'll be having already by default we'll be having app component. ng new login com. I'm going to create new login com. Oh, sorry, not sorry, really sorry. ng generate. See, this is login component. I just mixed it. ng generate component home comp. home component. All right, yeah. So then import that. Import the new code into our editor. Okay, yeah. So now let us go to here. I'm going to say ngserve now. ngserve. Yeah, now coming to here, I would like to take routings. See here guys, what I want to do, I want to take routings. Why? Because okay, I really need, okay, so routings. If success, I have to go to somewhere, right? Yeah. If it is failure, I have to go to somewhere. Now if you open app component HTML, there are a lot of code available, right? I don't want all these things. I just really want only router outlet. Okay, I need router outlet. Okay, router outlet. Yeah, see here guys, I have taken in app component. If you observe carefully, I have taken only router outlet. Coming to here, routes and route. Here I would like to provide two routes, path, login, and what is that? Login. I'm going to say component is going to be login component. Login component. Path, login, next home, I have taken these two things. Along with these two things, I would like to take path. If user don't provide anything, space, then what you want to do, you can take the component. Which component? Maybe login component. We can go to the login component. See here, this is what we have done yesterday, right? Yesterday we came to know that. Along with this, I would like to know one more thing. I would like to tell you one more thing. If blank, instead of writing same component, what you can do is, you can say redirect to. You use redirected to, okay, so something like login. See here, what is the difference between this? Instead of providing component, what I said, okay, instead of providing component, we are saying redirect, meaning that it will goes to this particular path. This will goes to this particular path. You can use like this also, redirect to. This is also one of the, this one. Sometimes while redirecting path, you have to provide, so path match, you can say path match, you have to provide some complete or so. Okay, let it be. If it is not working, we can check it out. Okay, yeah, let's look at it guys. I have provided redirect to login. When if nothing is available, it will go to login. So by default it will comes blank, then it will goes to login, then login means login component. All right, yeah. So go to log 4200, check it out. Okay, see here something we said login, right? Yeah, it is, yeah, some error came, no problem. Redirect to, please provide path match. Yes. Okay, path match. It is expecting path match. Why? Because match is going to be how, yeah, path match, provide path match equal to full, means it is going to check full path match. Yeah, let's look at it now. Yeah, by default it is coming to the login component. It will come to the login component. Once we reach the login component, yeah, here in the login component what we can do is, here in the login component what you can do is, login related form, you can take something like login related form input. Okay, you may take bootstrap form also. So I'm not taking bootstrap anything right now. Field set, field set, field set, field set is, yeah, maybe like uh, coming to the field set, name, username, input, and even we can take like listen just for providing login form, input, type equal to text, br, simple form I am taking, password, is a password, button, this is going to be the form. Okay, we got it. So by default we are coming to the login. Now user is going to click on, user is going to provide some data, and then user clicks on this button, user hits this login button, then I want to call a method. Okay, I want to call a method. Okay, where is that? I want to call a method. Let us go to the method. Let us go to the login component, login related component class. Login related component class. Here in the login related components. Okay. Okay. Here in login component class, I want to take a login method. Okay. You can take the data by taking form control and everything. We can take these things, fine. But now I really don't want to get into those things. I just want to show you a kind of example. Okay, if it is successful, I want to go to one page. If it is not successful, I have to go to login page again. So meaning that where we have to go to, going to which particular component is going to be decided in this login. In the router outlet, you have to display what kind of page, whether it is login page or it is some kind of home page. That is what I would like to know that. So of course for that we are going to read the username and password, right? Simply what I will do is I'm going to take I don't want to take here I just want to take two-way binding, that's it. I'm going to take two-way binding. How to two-way binding implementation is banana in box, right? Yeah. So this is name, Okay, you can take the property name. The property is not available. Password. Password. So we have two, okay, two-way bindings we have. I'm not using reactive forms. Actually, we have to use reactive forms module only, reactive forms only. But just for okay, this purpose, I'm using these things. And you can take name is a property. This dot name equal to. Okay, see here. Yeah, of course. Now here we need to call REST service, actually REST service, by passing data. What kind of data I want to pass? Okay, REST service by passing, okay, some kind of by passing username and password. Username and password. Okay, REST service by passing username and password. Check this out, guys. What we are doing here, REST service by passing username and password. Okay, right now we don't have any REST service for now. I simply want to check a small condition. If name double equals password. Yeah, in Java, this dot name in Java, if you want to compare two strings, we need to use equals method, right? But here you can use double equals. That's it. Double equals will check both the string having same content or not. If same content, for now in this example, I'm going to consider as, okay, the success. Okay, page is success. If both are different, then that is false. Of course, actually this is not a right way of implementation login. This is a simple example to show you. Okay, I just want to focus on different thing. Yeah, of course, in coming examples, when we are working with real-time project, then we are going to see the concept of REST services, how to for login also. We are going to deal such kind of things, guys. No problem. When we are dealing with the project, we'll come to that. But now I just want to show you few features here. If this dot name double equals to this dot password. Okay, whenever you say this dot name double equals to this dot password, okay, happen like this. Okay, now if it is success, where I have to go to? I have to go to, okay, home page. Else I have to go to, okay, go to here. So actually now I need to call the routing. Okay, to call the route, okay, there is a, okay, object called, okay, yesterday we have used activated route, right? But now you can take a concept called router. Yeah, maybe like router. See here, guys, what is this? This is going to be the router. Okay, this is going to be the router. Okay, not activated route. Activated route is nothing but what? On which you have clicked. Okay, currently clicked object can be called as activated route. But here router, this, because of this router, what we can do is you can pass the data from one place to another place. You can pass this data. Router dot, what you can do is router dot, how to use this router? This dot router, this is auto injected, automatically it got injected by, okay, Angular. So router dot, what you can call, this is going to be the, this is going to be something like this dot router dot, okay, okay, navigate. There is a method called navigate. Use this navigate and it takes, okay, even you can use navigate URL also, but I always prefer navigate method. It takes array. Okay, it takes array. If you want to provide, if you want to go to something like maybe like subrouting, or you have something like abc.bca something, okay, or dec, if you want to provide like this, or if you want to provide some one, what you need to do is every value is going to be considered as one string. So here you have to provide like this: ABC, then BCA, then DEC, then 1. Okay, if you provide like this, then it is going to become like this: ABC slash BCA slash DE slash 1. It will be like this. Okay, it will be providing like this. Okay, so now of course we have only one thing, we don't have any, okay, parameter, we don't have any, okay, divisions in a path. We have a simple thing, we have to provide what, just every success we have to go to home, that's it. So we need to provide only